Welcome to the live show, everyone. Welcome to the live show. This is the show where we discuss everything crypto trading. We don't just discuss, okay, we equally give you calls, right? We do live trading every day, scalping the crypto market, looking for opportunity to trade, okay, to make some profit in the market. And we are on a journey to actually turn $100, okay, into $1,000. This can work for you depending on your account size. So if it is $10 you have as your trading capital, if it is $20, $50, you can actually participate in this challenge and make some profit daily. All you just need to do is to join us daily to trade. Okay. And if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be the first to be notified each time we go live like this. And whenever we publish educational content, okay, related to crypto trading and investing. All right. So if you want to be a part of the community where we, share signals for trading, join the Telegram group using the link in the video description. And for this challenge, we are using the Bybit exchange. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that, all right, we recommend that you sign up for a Bybit account. Okay, go to the description of this video, sign up for a Bybit account, and then let me know. I will send you some of the links to get your rewards whenever you sign up for a Bybit account. This is only for the rewards are only for new users, okay, not for old users, right? So today we'll look at the crypto market again and look for possible scalping opportunities to make money. All right, to make money in the market. Right now, we are having BTC rejecting from this 618 level. Okay, so we've been, having this dump and up. Okay, it comes here for a while now. Since last month, BTC has actually been trailing this way. Okay, it has been consolidating here. Right now, we are having that rejection around the 618 level. So we'll look at possible scalping opportunity and see how we can take this market to the upside. All right. So who is joining me live? Lily, you're welcome. Okay, welcome to the live show. Yeah, Pro TV, you're equally welcome. Okay. Welcome everyone to the live show. So let's get it rolling. Okay, if you are just joining, make sure you smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Let us get it rolling. All right. So basically for BTC, I'll be looking for a possible, long trade, okay, to the upside. Will BTC get back to 31,000 from where it is? We don't know, but from all indications right now, with the rejection on the 1 hour time frame, okay, with the rejection that I'm getting right here at this 618 level, is a possible move. Okay, this could be a possible move to maybe around 35,000. Okay, so we're looking at 35,000 or anything above that, 35, 36, 37, up to $31,000. All right. So the range we are currently in right now since last month, okay, since June, this particular range you are seeing here, what we are waiting for right now is just a breakout. Now, this breakout can happen either to the upside or to the downside. So be expecting either a bullish movement, okay, whenever we break this particular range here, to the upside, okay, anything above 32,000 or anything below, okay, 27,000. If we break, to the downside, anything below 20, let's say if we break the support at 29,500, then we should be looking at going down, 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 down. Okay. And then if we break the resistance above 31,000, then we should be looking at going up, up, up. And anything that will make us test, let's say $35,000, then that could be, um, a revolution for a new all-time high on the crypto market for BTC and every other altcoin. Okay, so yap. You're welcome to the live show. Let's look at what's possible in the market today. Let's look at what we are going to be trading right now. And if I go to the Bybit exchange, currently we have some coins that are doing well on the top gainers list. And one of those tokens here is the HNT. Okay. I saw some of these tokens as early as possible today, but they've had that massive pullback already. They have that massive pullback already, the retracement. So we are either waiting for that to continue to the downside, or maybe we'll take it to the upside. Okay, maybe we'll take it to the upside, or and looking for a continuation of that upward movement. All right, so we have HNT topping. Yeah, initially it was this LQTY, okay, that was topping as at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. this morning. Yeah, so right now we have all of this. So we're looking for long opportunity, okay? In all of the trades that we're going to be looking at, we'll look for long trades. Today, we're looking at long trades, okay? Except if we look at some of these tokens and then we'll see a possible opportunity to downside. Compound coin has been doing very well. For those of you who have been scalping compound coin, kudos to you. Okay, compound has been doing very well, and the next token doing well again is the ocean. Okay, ocean token moved from as low as was it 0.0 something to what is currently trading at, right? Okay. Yep. So yes, let's see what we can actually trade this morning. All right. If you have any token recommendation, just put it on the chat. Okay, put it on the chat. Let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. But first, let's go to HNT. I'm going to look at HNT and see possible trading, okay, or scalping opportunity for the HNT token. Okay. So if you have any token you want us to look at together, just put it on the chat, and I will look at it. Yeah, look, this is what I'm looking at currently on HNT. So we had this massive rejection. Immediately, yesterday's candle closes, right? After the close of yesterday's candle, we started dumping. Okay, so after this pumped, all right, this yesterday move was around, yesterday alone, HNT moved by that is over 36%, okay? Over 36 to 37% move. Only this candle, okay? And we had that rejection, yes. So the today's candle just opened and it has been dumping and dumping and dumping. And if you look at the volume, for HNT, okay, it has actually increased a bit. The volume has increased from what it was to around $60 million, right? In the past 24 hours. So that's what we are currently looking at. Okay. This could be a retracement. So if I go back to, let's say, let's use the 4 hour time frame. Basically, where I wanted this token to actually pull up to, the phase even started rejecting was this area here. Okay. Yeah, it actually tested that area. So it tested it. It didn't give us this massive wick to the upside as it was here. So it tested those area. It tested this area and then it started rejecting from there. Okay. So now this rejection, what we are looking at is a possible pullback. Okay. Just a pullback and then a continuation of this trend. A pullback, then a continuation of that trend. Okay. So we'll look at this token rejecting at around the 618 level. That is my area of interest. If I'm to long this token, I want to see this token reject from this 618 level. Okay. If I get a rejection from this 618 level or the 786 level, these are areas of interest that I'm looking at using the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay. So we can actually look at this to play out. Let's watch this token to play out. So if we continue to have that drop and it drop down to this level, okay, to the 618 level, then we are going to take this trade to the upside. We're going to take this trade to the upside. Currently, where we are having this rejection is the 0.5% level, okay? The 0.5 level. The Fibonacci retracement tool says we are having this rejection at the 0.5 level, okay, the 50% level. So it means that from the move yesterday, from this massive move yesterday, this market has retraced back by, it has retraced down by 50%, okay? It has retraced down by 50%, right? It has retraced down by 50%. But what we are looking at is the 61%, okay, 61.8% level or the 78.6% level. Those are my golden areas. And that is why I have a special setup for that. So I always want to remove all of this other line and then use my golden levels. Okay. So what I'm waiting for, because the probability of this market rejecting that 50% level is actually very high. And then we'll get it back to the 618 level. If we get that down to the 618 level, then what I'm waiting for is a long trade to the upside. Okay, I'm looking for a massive. This one is not scalping. Okay, I'm looking for a massive trade back to, I'll just keep setting different take profit levels and all of that. But let's see if we get back to this level. Okay. If this market comes down and reject the 618 level and we'll get back to around $1.8, okay. If we get back to $1.8, it means that we are going to, stand the chance to make around 22, 23% in this market. Okay. Yeah, 22, 23% in this market. So if we get entry at around 1.536, okay, 1.536, and we'll take it up to, around 1.8, 88 or 87 or thereabout, okay, that could be a possible move that will give us around 22%. Now, if you're not using leverage, okay, if you're using leverage, is a good thing. If you want to trade this rejection at the 50% level, all you just need to do is to go to the lower time frame. Okay, go to the lower time frame and see what you can do. But in my own case, I'm waiting for the 618 level. So that's my stand currently on the HNT token right now, because what would have traded, okay, assuming we got this very early. Look at this. This started rejecting. Let's look at the red candle here. We started seeing red candle on the 15 minutes time frame. We started seeing red candle at around, you know, it started rejecting at around 12, yeah, 12:30 or thereabout. Was it 12:30 or 11:30 or thereabout? So we started having this rejection, and then it started coming down and coming down and coming down and all of that. So yeah, we would have traded this pullback, and this would have given us like how many percent if you have shorted this token around this area, so you would have been like 15% in profit already. If this was a leverage of 10x leverage, okay, if you're using a 10x leverage, that is 150% return on whatsoever capital. If it is $10 you risk in your trade, if it is $100, so it means that you would have made up to either 150 or maybe around 75% if you're using 5x leverage, okay, return on this pullback. All right, so let's wait for HNT to play out. If we get it back to this season 8 level, then we can take it to the upside. All right, so good morning, Vincent. Good morning. Compound coin, yeah, let's look at compound coin. Freeborn, thank you for joining us. Let's look at compound coin. But HNT is a token worth looking at. So go to the watch list and stay there. Coming back to you later. Okay, so compound USDT is the next token that has been doing very well for a few days, right? Okay, few days now. Compound coin has been lying around 20, is it 20 something dollars, between 30 and 30 something dollars, and all of a sudden the token woke up from sleep, and this is what we currently have. Okay, this is what we currently have. Remember, we looked at this zone, right? We looked at this previously, and we've been looking at compound con almost every day. And I told us that the possible area of rejection would be, around, anything around 70, $71. Okay, the whole of this area here, anything around 70, $71. And what happened yesterday? Compound con actually pushed up to $74. Now, if I was to trade this token to the upside, what I'm waiting for is a close of the candle on the daily time frame above this area, okay, above this zone that I drew here. Let me go to the 4 hours time frame, because we have the bigger one, which is and then we have this smaller one here. So currently we are rejecting from this area right here. We are rejecting from this area. If I should be shorting this token right now, okay, if I should be shorting this token right now, all I just need to do is to plot my trend line. Okay, plot my trend line to the upside. This is on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so what am I looking for? A break of this trend line, right? So this is our area of interest. The whole of this area you're looking at right now, okay? The whole of let's take that out. The whole of this area you're looking at, okay, is our possible area of rejection, because we had that rejection here, and then we came down to this level, bounce up again, okay, from this level to the upside. So when we're dropping, we're looking at this trend line, right? This trend line, that's what we're looking at. And this, massive green candle actually broke that trend line. And what happened? We continue to ride that trend like that. Okay, so we expect this market to continue to go up. But right now we are at this resistance level. Okay, this resistance is anything between this, 68 to around $71. So anything that will make this compound or this token, okay, whether on the 4 hours time frame or the daily time frame, if we close above this area, then anything from 74 upward, you'll be looking for a long trade. And when you are looking for a long trade from 74 upward, what exactly are we looking at? We're looking at taking that token, okay, taking compound coin either to $80, okay. You can see a clearer picture when you go to the daily time frame. Okay, you're looking at taking compound coin either to $80. Once we break this area, right? Once we break this area, wait for a break of this area, anything between 75, $76. Look for a long trade, okay? That will take you up to around 100 and something dollars. Okay, so but you start looking for take profit around $80, $90, okay, until you get to 100 and something. But we need to first break this particular zone we are looking at right now, okay? We need to first break this particular area. But if we have a rejection from this area, what are you looking for? Look to start entering a trade when this reject, okay? When we break this, our trend line here, all right? When we break this trend line on the 4 hours time frame, this current trend line here, wait for a break of this trend line, and then a possible retest. And how do you know the retest? The retest may not happen immediately on the 4 hours time frame. So what you want to do, we have mapped out this trend line, go to either the 1 hour time frame, okay, or go to the 15 minutes time frame. So what we are waiting for is either this particular move that we are looking at right now. Okay, you see this drop here that is coming. Is either it comes to the trend line, it bounces up from the trend line again and go to the upside. Okay, so if you have a bounce at this trend line and start going up, then you can take a long trade, just a short scalp. Okay, maybe to around this high here, to around 70 $71. Okay, so if we have a rejection around $67, okay, 67.7, take a trade to the upside. But if not, okay, if this break this level, I'm looking at entering a trade from this area right here on compound coin. Okay, anything below this zone here, I'm looking at entering a trade to the downside. All right, anything below this zone, I'll enter a trade to the downside. And what will be my target? My possible target will be, taking this right from here, maybe to this other low here. But my first take profit level will be around here. Maybe I target this area again and then take it down to this level. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. So this may not play out in a day, may not play out immediately, but this is exactly what I'm looking at for the compound coin. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at for the compound coin. Before you go short, make sure you break this trend line to the downside, and then before you go long, okay, have a bounce at this trend line and follow it to the upside. All right, so that is for compound coin right now. That is just my view on compound coin right now. Okay, so yap. Which other token are we looking at currently? Let's look at the token that will give us money before we leave this market. Let's look at the token that will give us money before we leave the live stream today. HNT, yeah, I have my views on HNT. And then for the LQTY token, LQTY token. Let's look for a token that will actually pump to the upside. Yeah, the this zero request token. We have Bell token that will give us, some money to the upside. Litecoin, what's possible on Litecoin? Litecoin has been there. So let me look for a token that we're going to long that will actually give us some money. Okay, so go to the second page of this. So I have the ASICS token. ASICS is beginning to wake up at 5.9. We have ASICS Infinity, okay, waking up. Should we look at ASICS and see if we can? Then we have the STX, okay, X, X, STX, XTX. And then STG had a pullback yesterday. Yes, I was able to get out of my trade on STG, though it was not with a good profit, but yeah, I was able to get out of that trade actually without losing my money. OP, will it, how far will the OP token go? Let's look at that. How far will the OP token go? How far will it go? How far will it go? So OP USDT, OP USDT. Let's look at that. Look at this. Look at this. What's happening? What's happening? I had a very busy, chat here. What exactly am I looking at? Okay, let me explain what I'm looking at right now from the drawings that I have here. Okay, I have a lot of support and resistance level in this area currently. Okay, and my resistance is up here. I have another resistance on the higher time frame up there. Okay, I have a support down here, which is where we are rejecting from. I have another support down here. Okay, so if we break this level on the OP token, okay, if we break down this level, because that's currently the level we are rejecting from right now. Okay, if we break this level, then we should be looking at going down to anything less than $1. Okay, and then right now we are having this rejection from this area. So we already broke this trend line, right? We broke this trend line. We came back to this support level, tested it, and then rejected from that area. Okay, so we had this token move up to around 2.6 yesterday, and then we came back down again, and then right now we are rejecting. So what I'm currently waiting for right now, this token is just in the middle of between these two. This became this previous support that now became a resistance. Okay, this is a previous support that became a resistance right now, and then this support level right now. Okay, so what I'm waiting for, right now in the middle here, there's nothing I can do except if I go to the 15 minutes time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame, I'll wait for a bounce, okay, rejection at this area at 1.26, okay, then I'll take it down, or I wait for a rejection at 1.17, okay, and I take it up. That is exactly what I'm looking at currently on the OP token. But it's on the top gainers list. This can actually go up at the way it is, and then it can equally reject from this area. So if it goes up from this area, let's say if we move from this area to the next resistance level there, that would have given us around 2%. Okay. And then what if it rejects from this area? Because it can actually equally reject from this area and come down. If it comes down here, that would have given us a 3%. But what we'll do right now is to ignore this. Okay, I'm going to ignore the settings for this OP token. I just want it to play out. But I'm looking at for a long setup. Okay, I'm looking at for a long setup. And that long setup would be for OP token to break above that support. Okay, if we have a candle closes above the support, then I'll be taking a trade, okay, to either this trend line I have here, because I may have a rejection from this trend line, or take it to the next resistance level. Okay, that is for the OP token. That is exactly what I'm looking at on this particular token. That is exactly what I'm looking at on this particular token. Okay, so INJ, let's look at INJ USDT. INJ USDT. INJ USDT. What do we have here? Yeah, okay. I equally have a setup already on the INJ USDT, and it seems that that will play out. Or that's even triggered already. Okay, this is what I'm looking at on INJ USDT. So I have a resistance up there. Okay, I have a resistance up there. Let me take this horizontal line out. And then, okay, yeah, let it be, because I'm having it here as a support. That's what exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm using that horizontal line as a support. So yeah, which is where exactly the market is bouncing from. So yeah, that's exactly where the market is bouncing from. Okay. So what I'm looking at possibly is entering a trade around this area. I'll check if this trigger, that means it might have hit my stop loss already. Okay, so a rejection around this area, this is what I'm waiting for. So for INJ, I'm looking for a long trade. Okay, for INJ, I'm looking for a long trade. So we can go to 1 hour and get a proper confirmation of that. Let's see, I'm waiting for a long trade for ING. I'm looking for a long trade to the upside. But to be on a safe side, okay, to be on a safe side, you can get your trend line and plot a confirmation here. Okay, plot a confirmation here. Now, for this trend line, wait for a break above this trend line. So you can go to 1 hour time frame. For you to be sure, you can actually enter here and gradually start adding up to your position. Okay, you can enter at the current market price here where it is, or wait for a rejection down there. So we can get, look at this rejection we're having here. Okay, we had a rejection here, here. We had another one here. We're having another one here. So this could be a possible move to the upside, right? So you can go to the 15 minutes time frame. For me, if you want to be sure of this movement, okay, because we can have a pull back from this trend line down here. Okay, this trend line I drew from the 4 hours time frame. So you can wait for this to break above this trend line, and then you enter the trade above the trend line. That is, if we have something like this, okay, if we have something that comes to the trend line and break it, maybe comes back and have a retest. Once we have a bounce from the trend line, take it to the upside. That's exactly what you should be looking at right now for you to enter, a trade that you don't want to start having high blood pressure, okay, start having very fast high heartbeat and all of that, because if you enter this trade right, there's a probability that this can actually retrace back, okay, maybe consolidate for a while before it goes up. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to the INJ token, okay? You can wait for a break to the upside before you enter a trade, somewhere above this trend line, okay, before you enter a trade, right? Before you enter a trade. But if you want to follow this little move, okay, maybe it comes and reject from the trend line, that will give you like a 1.5% move, okay, to the upside. That is if it rejects here. If it rejects at this level and then go up, from here to the trend line will give you a 1.5%, okay, a 1.5%. That should be around 15% move on with a 10x leverage. So INJ, look for a long trade, a long setup for INJ. That's what we are looking at. A long setup for INJ, okay? This will not play out if all of a sudden BTC have a dump. Then, but before we go further, let me look at Forex Factory and see what's ongoing. Okay, what's the news we have today? What are the high impact news we are looking at today? So let's go to Forest Factory and find out. Okay, why Forest Factory is loading up. This is just the setup I have for INJ. So look at entering a trade above this trend line here. Okay, that's for the INJ token. So if we look at ADA USDT, ADA USDT. So let's look at what's possible with that token. Yeah, high impact news we have today will be around 1:30. Okay, so we are having the core PPI report. Okay, we have another PPI report. So these are high impact news on the dollar. All right, high impact news on the dollar. Then we'll have the unemployment claim in the US. Okay, the unemployment claim in the US. The previous, okay, the forecast is around $251,000, 251,000. Okay, so if we have anything, all right, if the actual is less than the forecast, it is good for currency. So if this number actually, when this is, finally the news is finally published, if the actual is less than the previous, then it is good for the currency, okay? If the actual is less than the previous, so it means that more people have gained jobs from, the past, unemployment claim, because the previous was around 248,000. These are people who are saying, okay, I don't have a job and all of that in the US, okay? They have data for all of this, right? So for this, okay, for this particular one we're expecting today, if the actual becomes lesser than this, okay, then it's, good for the US dollar. But if it is more, if it is higher than this, then it is bad for the US dollar. And once it's bad for the US dollar, it is good for what? For crypto. Okay, so you can find out more details if you want to know what the unemployment rate, Forest Factory trends rating. Okay, that the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week and all of that. So the actual has to be less than the forecast for it to be good for the US dollar. But if it is more than that, if it is more than the forecast, then if it is more than 251,000, okay, then what we're looking at is that the dollar will be dropping. So if those of you who trade Forex, you'll see every pair against the dollar will be, selling and all of that. Why? Somehow it will be good for crypto. Somehow it will be good for crypto to move, okay, to the upside and all of that. So expect this news around 1:30. This is my own time zone. Go to forexfactory.com and then check out this stuff. Check out this stuff. It will give you your own time zone depending on where you're joining from. Okay, so it will give you the exact time in your own time zone. But in my own time zone, it will be around 1:30 p.m. Okay, it will be around 1:30 p.m. and all of that. So FOMC members, well, this is medium impact news. So yeah, then tomorrow being Friday, we have another high impact news. Okay, around 3 p.m. Around 3 p.m. Okay, for the US dollar. So we have another one around 3 p.m. So currently today, 1 p.m. Be careful with the trades that you'll be taking. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to our ADA token ADA. That's what we're looking at. Okay. ADA in Nigeria here, okay, in the eastern part of Nigeria, we call them Ada. It is somebody's name actually. So if I'm saying Ada, don't get confused, all right? So Ada is somebody's name, and we have that as a cryptocurrency in the market. So this is what we are currently looking at. We are just within this zone here. So what I'm looking for Ada right now is a move, okay, a long-term trade. I don't know. So the chat here is not too interesting actually. It's not actually too interesting, seriously. So let's take this way, right? And then this is currently what I'm looking at on ADA. So a break to either of this side will be a trade either to the long side or to the upside, okay? So currently this is what I should be looking at right now. So I'm either waiting for a break to the downside or to the upside. All right. So currently, I'm not going to trade at the ADA token right now. I'm not going to take any trade on the ADA token, but you can go to 15, 5 minutes, 1 minute time frame, and look for a scalping opportunity. Okay, look for scalping opportunity on this token right now. But Um, I'm not doing anything on this token right now, okay? So you can look at the highs and the lows on the 15 minutes time frame. So I can take this area here as my lows on the 15 minutes. Then I can take this area here as my highs, okay? So you can look at trading this market in between, right? If it comes here and rejects, take it down. If it comes here and rejects, take it up. And that's basically what I'll be looking at on this token, okay? That's basically what I'll be looking at on this token, but I'm not going to take any trade, except you want to take a swing trade and then you take a long trade and wait for it to play out, okay? Wait for it to play out. But if you look at this on a higher time frame, once we have a break above this zone I just drew here, if we have a break above this zone I just drew here, I'm taking a long trade to the upside. If we have it down, then maybe possible scenario will be coming down to cover this massive wick we have here, okay? Coming back to take, this market can come back to cover this massive wave we have here, okay? So from this week to the body of the candle is around 10, 11% move, okay? So we can have a massive dump to come and, take over, cover up this before we start moving to the upside. I'm not sure yet. Okay, if BTC dumps, okay, if anything will make BTC to dump, then look at this coming down to this week here. All right, this week is TMT, so we're looking at claiming this area and then going back up. But for now, wait for a break to either the downside or the upside for you to actually take a trade on the ATA token. All right, so the next token here we have is the FET token, FET USDT. So FET USDT. Yep, FET USDT, what's going on, guys? Smash that like button, okay? Smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button to actually help YouTube make this go viral. All right, so we don't just look at trees, but you're equally learning from whatever live section we're having every day. So before maybe if this actually comes to an end, if one day I decide not to go live again, for those of you who have been consistently joining, at the end of the day, you become a good, technical, analyzer and all of that. You should be able to look at the market and make decisions that can actually profit you and all of that. That is the whole essence of this, right? That is the whole essence of this. So for Fed, right now, look at this. I'm looking at this area as an area of interest, so which is where we're having a bounce. Okay, here will serve as my, medium, or let's say medium resistance level. Okay, I'm equally looking at this area here as well. So another resistance level I'm looking at, which is a possible area this market will move to, is this up level here. Okay, then I'm using this level down here as my support. Okay, so I can take, let me even take it to the, it's to the week. So I'm using this area here as my support. So if we break this area, if we break down here, I'm gonna, take a shot to this next support. Then right now for Fed, I think it's a long trade for me, right? It's a long trade for me. So I can go to the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah. So this is what I'm looking at on the 15 minutes time frame. So currently we just rejected from this our support level. So we just rejected from this our support level. Remember, we tested here, we broke here and then came down here, rejected, came back there again, rejected, and then we'll be consolidating around this area. So if this, okay, if we have a pullback back to this level again, so wait for this to play out, right? On the 15 minutes time frame, wait for this to play out, because even if I look at the 15 minutes time frame, look at this area. We've had market reject at this area, okay? This is the third time. If this rejection actually happened, it means that this is the third time market is rejecting from that area. So this area will become an area of interest on the 15 minutes time frame for you. Okay, so if we have this rejection here, I'm waiting for it to come back to this area at around 21 cent. Okay, anything around 21 cent, take a trade to the upside. And when you take a trade to the upside, you want to equally pay attention to this area. So at this area, you want to either close your position, okay, and wait for what the market will do, or close half of your position, okay, close half of your position and let the remaining half to run, because we may have a break of this area on the 15 minutes time frame, and then we'll continue to ride to the upside. So for the Fed token, for me to enter a long trade, I need to wait for this to play out. So if we have a rejection, okay, if we consolidate and have a rejection around this area, so I'm waiting for the market to play out and maybe come back to this area, okay? and test this area. Then we take a trade to the long side. All right, take a trade to the long side, follow it that way. And then you want to pay attention to this area because it may come here again. This is on the 15 minutes, right? It may come here again and reject. Okay, if you reject from this area, maybe you want to close half of your position, or if it breaks this particular zone here, then take it to the upside. That's exactly my view on this particular token. So yeah, it is a token worth paying attention to. So I can add this to my watch list and see how it plays out, right? Whenever it plays out, I'm taking a trade to the long side. So for Fed, yes, I'm waiting to take a trade to the long side. So possibly I can just wait for this to, come back to this trend line and take it to the upside, right? Look at this. This is on the 15 minutes time frame. So I can wait for it to retrace back. Okay, if we don't break this trend line to the downside and we have a bounce here, that means coming back to this area, we can break this area and move upward, right? Because what I'm looking at is for it to come, touch the trend line again, continue to go up until we have it like that to the upside. That is the possible scenario I'm looking at this token. Okay, I'm looking at this token. So yeah, once you plot these areas this way, you can go to 5 minutes time frame and start looking for your entry, right? So a rejection on this trend line on the 15 minutes time frame will be an up movement to the upside and all of that. Okay, so wait for this to play out, right? Wait for this to play out. That is for the Fed token. I think I've added this to my watch list because I will want to equally pay attention to that and look for an opportunity to trade Fed. Okay, yeah. So that is those are just the setup I'm looking at. Okay, but my overall long trade. Okay, even if I have to enter this trade, maybe I can split my $100. If I'm going to sacrifice $100 for this trade, what I can do is, start doing what we call dollar cost averaging into this position. That is if it continues to come down. So what I would do is to enter a position if this market comes down to this trend line, right? If it comes down to this trend line, I will enter a trade here, okay, to the upside. Then if it continues to come down, okay, I will add to my position if it gets to this area. And then another possible area I will add to the position will be this area around here. So it means that first here, my entry will be at 21, okay? That is 0.21760, right? If it breaks this trend line and continues to go down, I will now enter another trade at 0.21355. Okay, so in this case, my average entering price will just be in the middle. Okay, the exchange will calculate and give me an average price. Instead of being here, my average price will now be somewhere around the middle here, right? It will be around somewhere around the middle. Then, if it comes down again to this area, I'm going to buy again. So instead of my entering price being around this area, my entering price will now come down to somewhere around this area here, right? Somewhere around. So if it comes down, my entering price will now be somewhere around this area. So it means that anything that rejects from here start going up, I'm already in profit. So I will now start targeting, take profit levels that I will be taking in the market. So that's a possible scenario that I'm looking at for Fed, and I'm doing this on the 15 minutes time frame. That is because what I'm looking at, okay, on the 4 hours time frame, I'm looking at this area as an area of support. All right, an area of support which is here. All right, so we had this massive rejection, okay, rejection here. So this possible area here could be a bounce to the upside. So a bounce to the upside, we are waiting for that to break this area. So if we break this area here, this zone you are looking at on the 4 hours time frame. So if we break this zone here, take this trade up to this level. Okay, take this trade up to this level. So you can enter with market price and start monitoring the trade the way it plays out. Or now, please look at this, guys. Look at this. Let me mention this because some of you have the reason why you toil with your emotions. Some of you will enter a trade, and before you know, you go and adjust your stop loss. Before you know, you go and adjust your take profit. Before you know, you want to close the trade. Before you know, you keep having, that restlessness whenever you're entering a trade. The reason for that is because if I'm doing this analysis on the 4 hours time frame, and I want to enter a trade on the 4 hours time frame here, if I go ahead and take a long trade, let's say I enter a trade here, and I'm putting my take profit level here, okay, and maybe my stop loss, wherever it is, and all of that, okay, set up a trade like this. Please make sure you leave your chart on the 4 hours. If you are going to take this trade on the 4 hours time frame, make sure you leave your chart on the 4 hours. Okay, because this will end up playing out well on the 4 hours time frame. So this can actually go and then play out well on the 4 hours time frame. Now it will take you maybe a day or 2 or 3 for this to play out. But if you set up this like this and then you go to the 15 minutes time frame or thereabout, and maybe you are now monitoring your trade on the 15 minutes time frame. What you can see on the 15 minutes time frame is, let me bring up that, where's that stuff I set up here? Okay, so on the 15 minutes time frame, what you can see is this market can actually go after entering, it comes back and you are seeing red, okay, on your, what's it called? On this stop loss level here. Then when you start seeing that, you start, being, maybe you start seeing the up, the down, the up, the down, the up, the down on the 15 minutes time frame. This will be giving you, it will make you unstable. And when it makes you unstable, you will end up losing money in the market, okay? So you end up losing money in the market. And then at the end of the day, you want to adjust your stop loss. You'll be tempted to adjust or take profit, or you'll be tempted to close the trade and all of that. So if you are going to be trading on the 1 hour time frame, stick on the 1 hour time frame, okay? If you take a trade on the 1 hour time frame, allow it to play out on the 1 hour time frame. Right? That is why we always say that you should always plan your trade and trade your plans. Always plan your trade and trade your plans. Now, before you enter a trade, you have already made up your mind. What is the amount of money I'm going to lose? If I enter this trade with, let's say, $1,000, for instance, I enter this trade with $1,000. How much will am I ready to lose in this market in case the market goes against me? Okay, there is no, the crypto market is under probability. There is no accurate trader out there that will always predict the market 100%. Even Babalawo cannot do it. Okay, even Babalawo cannot do it because there are millions, if not billions, of people trading this market every day, and some of these persons have bigger capital that can just one buy, everything will change in the market. Okay, just one sell, everything will change in the market, and we have manipulators. Okay, exchanges, investors, big investors, we have them as manipulators in this market, so they can do anything and get you out of the market. So if I'm entering this market with $1,000, all right, and I'm risking, like, let's say 2%. What I will now do is, what leverage will I actually use that if this market goes against me by minus 20%, I will only lose $20 and all of that. So you calculate that leverage and put it there. So if the market goes against you by minus $20, you close that trade and wait for another opportunity. All right. So if you have made up your mind to lose $20 in that trade, allow it to play out. Stop playing with your stop losses and your take profit level. Okay. If you have made up your mind that in this trade I'm going to enter, after doing your analysis and you're sure that this market will move to the upside, right? And you enter that trade. After entering that trade, you have made up your mind already that in case it goes against me, I want to lose $20. Please allow it to play out. Then if it goes in my favor, I want to make how much? $100, $90. Allow it to play out, okay? Allow it to play out. So that is what I just have to tell you guys, so that you don't keep playing with your emotions and losing unnecessary money in the market. Okay, losing unnecessary money in the market. All right. So that is for FED. This is what I'm currently looking at. Okay, so guys, pay attention to that token. That is exactly what I'm looking at. This is the setup that I'm looking at for the FED token. Okay. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Keep your question coming or your token recommendation. Let it keep coming. Okay. Let it keep coming so that now what you can do for me is to smash that like button, right? Smash that like button. If you are just joining us, smash that like button. Okay. It won't cost you anything to do that. Just do that. All right. It's for me and then for YouTube as well. Okay, so yep. What next? What next are we looking at? Let the market stuff load up. So any trade you are taking today, guys, be careful. Okay, be careful. We can have a dump on BTC. We can have a pump on BTC. So be very careful, okay? Be very careful. Though at times this high impact news doesn't affect the market that much, but it will always, in one way or the other, it will always affect the market, okay? So yeah, be careful from 1:30 my time zone. Be careful of the kinds of trade you take, okay? If possible, close all your trades. Currently, I'm not in any trade. I'm still looking for a trade that I will enter. I'm not in any trade at the moment. And I'm still looking if I can see a trade, okay, that I can enter. HNT is increasing. HNT is pumping right now. My Bybit stuff is not loading again. HNT, look at HNT and tell me if it has actually, those levels we looked at. Okay, well, it's still at the same price. It's not, it's still at the same price. So we are having this other one. Yeah, the LQTY token. I wanted to look at that token. LQTY token. Okay, so LQTY USDT. That's the next token I want to look at. Had Vincent predicted that Sam will go down yesterday. You have to pay for that knowledge. Vincent will charge you to pay him for that. Okay. Yeah, Vincent, let Vincent ask Vincent that question. Okay, ask Vincent that question because the token actually dumped more than. Now, one thing that happened with that token for me, I didn't realize that I think it was equally Vincent that mentioned that the what's it called? What's that thing called? The funding rate was around 2 point something percent, right? Yeah, funding rate was that high. So that is why he personally did not enter that trade. So I didn't even realize that I was already paying funding rate. If not, I would have held on to that token and then make him enough profit to cover up for the funding rate. But when I panicked and closed that trade, what happened? I actually paid those funding rate and I ended up not making profit for that particular trade. I ended up not making profit for that particular trade. So yeah. So that's basically it. Yeah, for this token, right now, okay, I see a possible move to this upside, right? I see a possible move to this upside. I don't know what the LQTY token is all about. I don't know if it is NFT related, if it is Web3 related project. I don't know. Currently, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, but we had a rejection just around this area, right? This is the area where we had that rejection. So here that was serving as a support, and then we finally broke that. Okay, so right now that area is becoming a resistance. That's where we are rejecting from. Okay, that area is becoming a resistance, and that is where we're rejecting from. So our next support level will be down here just before the week. Okay, down here just before the week. That's what I'm currently looking at for this particular token. Now I can go to lower time frame and be looking for a short trade to the downside. Now, because we have had this rejection already here, okay, because we have had that rejection already there. So what I'll be looking for on the 1 hour time frame, I'm waiting for a break of this trend. Okay, a break of this trend line. If we break this trend line, then I can take a trade to the downside. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So on the 1 hour time frame, if this token actually plays that, if it doesn't bounce here and goes up, and then we'll break this trend line, I'm looking for taking a trade to the downside. Okay. So I can put my take profit level 1 here and then follow it down, put take profit level 2 here. Okay. Follow it down, put take profit level 3 somewhere around here. And that should be it for the day. So if this plays out, this is exactly what I'm going to trade. Okay, this is how I'm going to trade this particular token. So look out for this token. Okay, watch out for this token for a short trade. We are looking at entering that market somewhere around there, and then we trail that market down there. All right. Okay. So our stop loss will be just there. If we break the trend line, what will happen? Possible scenario will be breaking this trend line. Okay. When it breaks this trend line, use the trend line as a resistance. Okay, and then drop. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Break the trend line, use the trend line as a resistance, and go down. All right. So if this plays out, we are taking a short trade to the downside. So for this particular trade, I'm looking for short opportunity. This can play out. So just put an eye on this token and let it play out. Okay. Put an eye on this token and let it play out, guys. Put an eye on this token and let it play out. That's exactly what I have here for you for this particular token. So the next token you want us to look at is somebody's talking about combo. Okay, we talked about Valentine said we should look at high USDT. So let's look at high. Okay, high USDT and see what's possible for high. Then we can go to the combo. We can go to the combo, right? We can go to the combo. Yep. So high, I see high coming down to take over this week here. So yeah, this is high for you. Let me look at the weekly time frame. Bad downtrend, okay? Yeah, downtrend for high. So I see high coming to wallet. I don't know. So currently what I'm looking at for high is here, okay? Let's take this trend line down, somewhere around there, that area. Yep. So right now, if we bounce back, okay, if this trend line, if what we have here is if this market comes here and then rejects from this trend line there, okay, we can be coming down to take over this week here, okay. take over this week here, and maybe before we start going up. So maybe it will now break the trend line and start going up. So for this particular token, I'm looking for a long trade to the upside. But for that to work, I need to break this trend line above. Okay, for that to work, I need to break this trend line above, and let me use this area as our area of support. Okay, so here will be our support zone here. Yep. So if we go to either the 4 hours or the 1 hour time frame, what we are looking for is a possible break of this trend line to the upside, right? A possible break of this trend line to the upside, then you take a trade to the upside. But if that doesn't play out, then you can look at trading this token on a lower time frame. Just take advantage of the ups and down. Okay, take advantage of the ups and downs. So here currently for the day, I'll be looking at this as my high for on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so here can serve as my high for on the 15 minutes time frame, and then this area will serve as my low on the 15 minutes time frame. So what I'm currently looking at is here on the 15 minute time frame, have a rejection here, take it down, have a rejection here, take it up. So you keep trading this, this consolidation phase, okay? This consolidation phase, keep trading it until maybe when we have a break to the upside, then you can go ahead and take a trade to the upside. But currently, my overall view for the high token, okay, for high, I wait for a trend line, I wait for a break of that trend line on the higher time frame. And if this works out, I'm taking a trade on the 1 hour time frame, right? If we reject this trend line and come down, wait to enter a trade round here and go up. But if you break that, okay, a break of this trend line will be, the token will come, break it, okay, and then come down, right, and retest this trend line and go up. So that's what I'm looking at. If that happens, you should be paying attention to high. Will it happen today? I don't know. Will it happen tomorrow? I'm not sure, but I believe that it will play out. Okay, I believe that this will play out. So that is for high. That is exactly my stand on high. So if you want to trade high, that's exactly what I'm looking at, guys. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, market is a bit boring this morning. Okay, market is a bit boring this morning. Combo. What is combo? What's combo? Combo. Is it combo? Yeah, combo. What's the project about? Valentine, what's this talking about? What's the project about? Look at that. Look at that. We are, oh God. It's a new token actually. It's a new token. So, what's this project about? What's it about? I can't even. For combo, let me look at the trading volume for combo, okay? Before, okay, it's a Web3 gaming. That means it should be, this area should be the area of accumulation. If it is a Web3 related project, okay, if you look at the whatever, the use case of this token is, if it is something legit, all right? If it is something real and you have good, investors here, it means that this area is an area of accumulation. So, you can start accumulating this token right now. Okay, the all-time high is around $1 plus. So you can start accumulating the token at this point, right? You can start accumulating the token at this point. But I see this token going to the upside. Okay, I see this token going to the upside. I see this wake up here going to the upside. But I basically look at the token and see what exactly is, because right now I can't even see. Okay, so maybe I can use this area as my support, as my resistance. Okay, so I'm looking at this area as my resistance, or maybe we can have a rejection at this area here, this particular zone, right? So this token can, so I'm looking at this token coming up to around $69. Okay, coming up to around $69. But looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, we equally have like a resistance around this area. The way it's shooting, this can actually break this area I'm looking at. Okay, yeah. So look at this 1 hour candle on the 1 hour time frame. If it closes above this, take it to the upside. Okay, if it closes above this line I just drew here, anything above 68 cent, okay, take it to the upside. So if you take it to the upside, let's say you enter a trade around here, what happened? That should be around 1.6% to this previous, to this area of support here. Then if you break this area and you take it up, okay, that can give you up to 4% plus, right? So this is what I'm currently looking at on the combo. So you can go to, the 15 minutes time frame and look for possible entry on this candle. All right. So even on the 15 minutes time frame, wait for this to break above this area. Okay. Anything that will make this candle close above this area. All right. Just take a trade to the upside. All right. If this candle closes above this area without rejecting, if you reject here, it means that here is now a resistance area for us. Okay. So if you reject here, wait for the market to come down to this area. Okay, so if this rejects, all right, if this rejects, wait for it to come down to this area and enter a trade from here to the upside. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. Is either it breaks here, okay, it breaks here and go to the upside, or if it rejects here, I'm waiting to enter a trade down here and take it up here. So here will be my first take profit level, and I target another area here. And if it continues to go up, target this other area. Okay, for the combo token, that is what I am currently looking at. Okay, that's what I'm currently looking at. So if this 15 minutes time candlestick closes above this, and then we'll have another candle pop up there, yeah, take it to the upside. Okay, because already if I've entered here, yeah, you would have been in profit already. But right now, wait for this to play out. Wait for this to play out. Okay, that is what I have for the combo token. All right, that is what I should be looking at for combo. And then if you say it is a Web3 related project, I will look at it. If it is a project that is what, if I can put like, even if it is $20 buying that token, okay, less than $1, yeah, you can buy at that, if whatever, maybe $20 and all of that. Wait for it to play out, and who knows, maybe in the next bull run, that token will give you some money. Okay, in the next bull run, that token can actually give you some money. I don't know about that. All right. So yeah, CHD, CHZ USDT. Let's look at CHZ USDT. All right. For this, Lily, you want to tell us what you're looking at currently? Go ahead. CHZ USDT. You can unmute your mic, okay, and tell us what you're looking at on this token. USDT. Okay, I'll open it up. You point out the areas, okay, areas of interest. Yeah, look at this token. Look at this token on the 15 minutes time frame. Opportunity to the upside. Opportunity to the upside. But let's look at this. Let's look at this. CHZ USDT. So Lily, what are your areas of interest you're looking at? Okay, let me know.
I'm actually
I'm
looking for a scalping opportunity to the upside because it broke a resistance.
okay, what time frame are you using?
I'm using the 15-minute time frame.
Okay, 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so we are rejecting from this area. Okay, let's go to the 15 minutes time frame and look at that. Okay, this is what we'll have on the 15 minutes time frame. Now, on the 15 minutes time frame, yeah, scalping opportunity to the upside. So I'm using here, I'm going to use this area as my high, okay, for the 15 minutes. And then this particular area I drew here will be my low, okay, for the day on the 15 minutes time frame. So yes, these are my highs and my lows. So I'm looking at taking a trade, okay, within this zone here. Yeah, so scalping opportunity for the CSZ USDT, yes. Scalping opportunity for the CSZ USDT. But currently on the 15 minutes time frame, right? On the 15 minutes time frame, I think there's a break of structure here.
Yes.
Okay. At this point here, right? Because yeah, this candle is closing. It is definitely this candle in the next few seconds will close above this area. So yes,
Mm.
CS. Let me see. I should enter this trade right now, or I should allow it to play out. Okay. Yes. For this token, I should enter. I'm looking at entering with market order or wait for it to come retest this area. Okay, yeah, this will be a possible area of interest. So if you are entering this token right now, let's look at this. Let me take this out of the screen. So yeah, go,
Even to it.
go. So okay, I'm looking at this. If you enter with market order right now on this token, if you enter with market order right now, okay, target this area. I don't know what percentage this will give you. So from here to this area is around 0.4%, okay, 0.4%, because I see market, playing around this area. But if you should wait, okay, for this to play out, take it up to your target should be either you take profit around 0.077 or you let it play out until it gets to 0.082. okay, 0.077 or 0.082. So, yep. On a 15 minutes time frame, I'm looking at this area here, okay? So if market comes and returns this area and bounces from here without breaking down to the downside, okay, take it up, all right? Take it up. But if it breaks down to the downside, wait to enter a trade, okay? A good entry will be around 0.07580, okay? 0.07580. A good entry will be around here. That is, if we get a rejection down there, okay, just like we rejected here, we came down and then this way. So if this breaks below this, wait to enter down here. But if you have a rejection here, if you just have a retest and to the upside, take it to the next, okay, take it to the top here, okay, take it to around 0.078 or thereabout. So that's for CSZ, yeah, look at that massive, that look at that massive candle, okay? So just wait for it. If we reject here, okay, if we reject here, you can be looking at the 3 minutes or thereabout to see. If we reject here, take it to the upside. But if we break this below, then because here was a resistance, now let's see if we can use it as a support, okay? Let's see if we can use it as a support. If that happens, then take this trade to the upside. That is for the CSV. You can scalp that. Okay, if you scalp it to the upside, if this plays out and then you take this trade, let's say anything around there to this level, if it gets to 0.07820, that should give you a 2%. A 2% move with the 5S leverage should be around around 10% or thereabout. But if this closes below and breaks down, wait to get another entry down here. Wait to get another entry down here. So that's basically what we're looking at. Okay. So thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, this will be watch list as well. Okay. Yeah. So yes. And then I have a lot of token you want us to look at. Okay, we've passed the time already for this stream. Somebody want us to look at what was the last token combo, then PHB. PHB, what's that talking about? PHB USDT. PHB USDT is all. What's the project about? Is it equally a Web3 related project? Web3 AI is related project. Okay, I won't talk about Web3. We'll talk about AI. We'll talk about NFT, metaverses, and all of that. Please, even when it's related to AI and all of that, just make sure you are looking at people behind those projects. Those are where your fundamentals and all of that comes in. Okay, look at this daily move. Today alone we have moved up there. So yes, PHB we rejected from this area here. So what's the possible next area we are looking at for PHB? I see this trade, this token pumping. Okay, so we equally have another area around here. Okay, so will it reject from this zone? Will it reject from this area? I think it's having a rejection there already. So if it breaks above that area, okay, if it breaks above this area, take it up. If it breaks above this area, now with this setup I have here, okay, because I'm looking at this token, if it can actually get to up to this area, look at this. If it gets up to this area, it's a good move. But if it breaks above that, then you are looking at this area, okay? If it breaks above that, you are looking at this zone here, all right? What's the possibility of this token moving up to that level? What's the possibility? It may not happen today, but it can play out, okay? Uh, it will take our time and play out. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet, okay? This massive move here, we had, since 3 days now, this has been, except for yesterday, we had a red candle. I think today, sorry, that's today. I'm looking at the 4 hours, not the daily. So these are possible areas I'm looking at, okay? But currently on this token, if it rejects from this area, we're looking at shorting the token, just cap this token to the downside. But if it breaks above this area, look at entering a trade to the upside. And entering a trade to the upside will be anything above this area here. You target this zone here. Okay, target that zone and then maybe bring your stop loss closer somewhere around there. So if we break above this particular line here, take a trade to the upside and then target this particular area here. So you can take first profit here, take second profit around there and then maybe close it somewhere there. So if this plays out, that will give you like a 13% move in the market and all of that. Okay, I don't know what PHB project, what the project is all about. Okay, but look at it and see a possible scalping opportunity for that particular token. Possible scalping opportunity for that particular token. Okay. So yes, PHB, I think, yeah, currently is sitting here with over a 1.4 million in trading volume. All right. So the volume for the past 24 hours is very low. Okay. Except we start seeing, if you see more volume, it means that the token will dump. Okay. If you see all of a sudden from 1.48 million, okay, that's the volume we have for the PHB token. From 1.48 million, all of a sudden you see it going to 10 million or thereabout. Just know that the whales are coming in, okay, pushing the market, and then we'll dump it against every other person. So if that happens, be looking for a possible trade opportunity to downside. Okay. But if this gradually continue to grow, if we break this zone here, area or take it to that area or all of that. Okay, that's what I'm looking at possibly. Okay, if he plays that, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, but if we have a rejection here again, just like here, if we have a rejection there again, let's say this rejects here and then come down, take it down. Okay, you can look to take a trade to the downside, maybe somewhere around here, and then target this zone here. Okay, somewhere around there, target that zone. If this goes, rejects here, so target around that zone. So what you can do now for more confirmation, use your trend line. Okay, so you can use your trend line and wait for a break of this trend line. All right, so if this plays that, this is on the 5 minutes time frame, guys. So if this plays that and goes up there and then maybe comes, if it doesn't bounce up here to continue, if you break the trend line, just wait for it to have a pullback to that trend line and then you take it down to this area here. Okay, so just target anything around that area that should give you is a good profit for scalping. Okay, so let's say we take a trade around here that should give us around 5% move to the downside. 5% with a 50x leverage or thereabout. Okay, should be looking at taking some profit there. All right, so that is for PHB. That is exactly what I'm looking at on the PHB token. We looked at ING already. Okay, we looked at ING already. GMT, somebody want us to look at GMT. AZ want us to look at GMT. PHB is one of my AI crypto. Okay, so if PHB is related to any AI project, so pay attention to that. But from what I can see right here, I don't see a lot of activities on PHB because the volume is low. I am not sure is if the volume will later increase and all of that. So pay attention to this particular token, guys. So pay attention to the PHB token. So since it's your favorite, let's look at how it plays out. Okay. Okay, yeah. So the last token we'll look at is Woo. We'll look at Woo, but before Woo, Eze want us to look at GMT. Okay, so GMT token, let's look at GMT and see a possible scenario for that particular token on the GMT token, all right? So guys, let's look at GMT and see what we can take on GMT. So GMT USDT. Then after GMT, I look at Woo and we'll call it a day, guys. GMT 5 minutes. Look at this 5 minutes look interesting. This 5 minutes look very interesting. Okay, let's look at higher time frame and see what's possible. So yeah, GMT is struggling here. GMT is currently struggling here, and then we are having this range here. So GMT is currently on this range. This is the range we are looking at on GMT token. This is the range we are looking at on GMT token. So 4 hours time frame, what is the possible area we're looking at? Well, this market rejects from here. Will it reject from here? Will it reject from there? If it does, then it goes back up here again. If it goes back up here again, short it out, okay? I believe it will come back here and reject again. It will come back here and reject again, okay? But if it breaks down here, then you can take a short trade. Okay, you can enter a short trade. Go to the 15 or 5 minutes and look for a short trade. That will give you around 6%. So what I'm looking at, if I come to the 15 minutes time frame, okay, so you see this, wait for this to break this area, all right? Wait for this to break this horizontal line. Anything below this area here, which I'm looking at. See here, we use this line as a support, and then finally we broke, use it as a sorry, we used it as a resistance here, okay. Finally it broke up, and then we use it as a support, went back up, okay. Now we are using it as a support again. So I see a bounce. Maybe this will retrace to this area here, okay. So look at this. This move here can take you to maybe somewhere around this. So here can give you a profit maybe before it drop down again. So that's the possible scenario I'm looking at. But if it breaks this area, okay, if it breaks this area down here, once it breaks this area, let's say it breaks this particular zone, here, let me bring the drawing too. So if you break it here, and then maybe we use here as a resistance again, then you can take it down to this area of interest somewhere around there, okay? Somewhere at 20 cent, okay? You can take it down to 20 cent and then wait to take a trade again to the long side from 20 cent up to around 23 cent, okay? That is for GMT. That's my view on the GMT token. That's currently possible trading scenarios I'm looking at. For scalping, you'll be able to see a trade, okay? If this continue to go up, then you are looking at taking a trade like this, which should give you around 3%, okay? 3% move in the market. That should do. Okay, and the last token I want to look at is this one. Who made that request? Where is the Woo? Okay, yeah, Woo from Samuel. Okay, let's look at Woo from Samuel. So for GMT, yeah, it's equally a token of interest. Look at that and trade it if it plays that. Okay, so the last token for today will be Woo USDT. USDT, Woo USDT. So yeah, let's look at that and look at higher time frame. Okay, so I was looking at Woo at this area, which didn't play out. So we had that dump. And then another zone is this area here, which is currently where we are rejecting from. So where these bars happen from here. For Woo, it will be a long trade for me, okay? Woo will be a long trade for me. Look at this. So we're having this rejection here. This is on the 1 hour time frame. We rejected here, we came back here, okay? And now we are rejecting here again. So Woo will be a long trade. Woo will be a long trade for me. So if we look at the 15 minutes time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, possibly what I'm looking at is if I get this trend line here. So we just broke that trend line. So wait for a little pullback, okay? I'm hoping that I'll get like a pullback to maybe the trend line or even this horizontal line and then take it to the upside, okay? So enter a long trade, anything around 21 cent, okay? Anything between 0.02160, okay? 0.01, that is 0.2150 to 0.2160. Look for a long trade, okay, for Woo. Look for a long trade and then scalp this market to the upside. That's exactly what I'm looking at on Woo, okay? And then I have this area as my high, okay, for the 15 minutes time frame. Look at this area that we have had multiple rejection from. Okay, 15 minutes time frame. So I'm not, even if I have to long this trade, I'm not expecting this trade to go above this. Maybe we may have another rejection here, but if it breaks above this, then take it up. Okay, if it breaks above this, then take it up to around 24 cents and more. Okay, but currently wait for a retest of this trend line, this area here, and then take it somewhere around 22 cents. Okay, somewhere around 22 cents will give you some profit. That is what exactly I'm looking at Woo right now. Okay, I'm looking at Woo. We just broke this trend line, so wait for it to come retest the trend line. Okay, wait for a retest of this trend line, right? So we'll get a better entry maybe on the 5 minutes or the 3 minutes time frame, right? Better entry on the 5 minutes or the 3 minute time frame. So what I'm looking at is a possible scenario like this. Come test this area, take a long trade, and then we'll go to this area, right? That's what I'm looking at for the Woo token. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Okay, I hope you'll be able to, pen down all of these tokens we are looked at. Okay, for me, I'm adding them to my watch list, so I'll go ahead and look at it and set limit orders to take a trade. Okay, I'm looking at just making even if it is 10, 20%, 10, 5%. Okay, in each of these trades, except for those trades that I've made up my mind that I'm going to hold for long. Okay, some of those trades that I'm going to hold for long, yeah, I will put like some money there and let the trade play out. So I'm taking those kind of trade on the 1 hour time frame or look at the 4 hours time frame. But for the 15 minutes, 5 minutes time frame, just looking at the token that I will scalp, that will give me 5%, that will give me 6%, 10%, at most 20%, and I'm done in the market. Okay, because those kind of trade, I'm not going to hold it for a whole day. I'm not going to hold it till the next day and all of that. But for my swing trading, it can go as high as 2 3 days and all of that. Okay, and when it plays out, I'm done for the day. Guys, smash that like button, right? Smash that like button. And if you are not on the Telegram group, make sure you join the Telegram group using the link in the video description. Okay. And when crypto mastermind, when he finishes his exams, okay, please pray for him. He's writing exams, and then he still makes that time to send signals on the group. Once he finishes his exam, you should be expecting, a back-to-back signal trading from him. Okay. So, guys, now one thing I need to say before I call it a day: when we send signals on the Telegram group, okay, and then we are asking you to maybe the what's it called? The leverage recommendation is 5 to 125x leverage. Please don't go and use 125x leverage, guys. Our account size are not the same. All right, our account sizes are not the same. So, and our risk tolerance, okay, can never be the same. Even if our account sizes are the same, okay, what I will tolerate and accept with confidence will not be what you will tolerate and accept. So, if you are just starting up in this space, what I would recommend is to stick with 2.5x leverage, 3x leverage, 5x leverage, at most 10x leverage if you have anything $100 and above. Okay, at most 10x leverage. Stick to one particular leverage. Don't be changing leverage because a signal says you should use this leverage. Don't do that. Okay, if you follow all those things blindly, you will lose your account. Okay, so stick to one particular leverage. Even if the signal says use 125x leverage, stick to one particular leverage. Okay, and start being consistent. So with that particular leverage, you know that in every trade you are ready to lose a particular amount of money. All right, and then make a particular amount of money and allow your trades to play out. All right, so go and see that video about setting multiple take profit levels on Bybit, how to close partial position sizes and your position and all of that. Okay, that will help you so that when you have a trade that have take profit one, take profit two, take profit three, you should be able to set that trade, automate them to close accordingly when it hits those take profit levels on your trade. Okay, thank you guys for being here with me. Smash that like button before you go. Okay, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Okay, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you be the first to be notified whenever videos like this are published. Bye bye everyone, and have a profitable day. Okay, so we'll meet again tomorrow same time. We'll meet again on Saturday and all of that. So do have a profitable day. All right, and please, during 1:30, for those of you in Nigeria, 1 p.m., anything around that time, okay, don't trade. All right, except you know what you're doing, but don't trade around that time. Make sure you close all your trade before then, because we can have a spike up, we can have a spike down, which will liquidate both sides and all of that. So be careful, and bye bye. Okay, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. All right, it's all right.